Hello everyone, my name is Caitlin Walker, and I would like to talk to you today about organizing your speeches effectively. Consider this sentence. Kids make nutritious snacks. This is an example of syntax error, a grammatical error in which the words in a sentence are organized incorrectly and skew the main purpose of what the speaker or writer is trying to say. If you imagine syntax error on a grand scale, you can imagine a disorganized speech. Luckily, there are 6 patterns that you can use to organize your speeches and make sure that your audience understands what you're trying to say. They are the topical pattern, the temporal pattern, the spatial pattern, the problem-solution pattern, the cause-effect pattern, and the motivated sequence pattern. Let's look first at the topical pattern of organization. The topical pattern is useful when you have main points that are equally important and that you want to describe one at a time. An example of the topical pattern is this speech. I have 6 points that I would like to describe, and then I'm going to present them one at a time so my audience can stay focused and my main purpose is clear. The second pattern that you can use is the temporal pattern. The temporal pattern works best if you want to organize your speech chronologically. For example, if you were to talk about pregnancy, you could talk about prenatal care, delivery, and then postpartum care. If you gave a speech in which you talked about delivery, prenatal care, and then postpartum care, your audience would probably be very confused as to your purpose. The third pattern you could use is the spatial pattern. When you use the spatial pattern of organization, you want to organize your main points according to space. An example of this could be if you're trying to describe a painting. You may want to describe it top to bottom or left to right in order to help your audience vividly imagine the painting. The fourth pattern that you could use is the problem-solution pattern. This works really great for persuasive speeches. You divide your topic into 2 main points, problems and main points, and the solutions and main points. You want to convince your audience that a problem exists, and then present your solution to that problem. An example of this might be burnout in college. You might want to present the problem and then the main points for that problem, and then the solution to burnout and the main points that you have for that. A similar pattern of the problem-solution pattern is the cause and effect pattern of organization. The cause and effect pattern of organization again splits your speech into 2 main parts. It will split into causes and then effects. So if you were going to give a speech on obesity, you might want to talk about the causes of obesity and then the effects on health. It really helps your audience to follow the development of your main points. The problem, solution, and cause-effect patterns are really effective in persuasive speeches, but probably the most used pattern for persuasion is the motivated sequence pattern. In this pattern, there are 5 steps: attention, need, satisfaction, visualization, and action. When you're talking about the motivated sequence pattern, you're often going to be talking about advertising with it. So let's say, for example, that you're trying to advertise a foot cream. First, you need to get the audience's attention with a hook. You could use a question or a statistic. So if you're advertising foot cream, you could say, do you have dry, cracked feet? This gets the audience's attention. Next, you would need to present the fact that there is a need. You could say, you need something that will alleviate the pain and suffering of your dry, cracked feet. After you get the audience's attention and make sure that you convince them that they have a need, you would present satisfaction. In advertising, you would say, you need fabulous foot cream. Once you've gone through the satisfaction step, you would move on to the visualization step. You would help the people to visualize what their life would be like without the problem that you have a solution to. The last step is action. In advertising, if you were advertising foot cream, again, you would say, buy this fabulous foot cream today so you can have beautiful feet. And once you've done the action step, you really kind of have them locked in, and hopefully you've made your purpose clear. Organization is essential in words, sentences, and speeches. You can use these 6 basic organizational patterns to help you make your speech clear and effective. Once again, they're the topical pattern, temporal pattern, spatial pattern, problem-solution pattern, cause-effect pattern, and motivated sequence pattern. If you can use these organizational patterns effectively, then you can make your speech clear and your audience can understand your main purpose.